Hi, I'm Aldistaw. Today I'd like to talk to you about a book called Unconventional Flying Objects by Paul Hill. Paul was a well-respected, highly credentialed NASA scientist from 1939 to 1970. After a first-hand UFO sighting in 1952, he became fascinated with these craft and the way they work. It became his lifelong passion, and in his spare time he would test different ideas and theorise when experiments weren't feasible. Using his extensive knowledge of rocketry, aerodynamics and spaceflight, he pieced together a framework of how UFOs operate. He proved that they don't do anything that defies the laws of physics. And as he said, if this is what their scout ships can do in our atmosphere, imagine what their motherships can do when they travel to the stars.
Most of the amazing things UFOs do have their origin in an incredible power plant. It's definitely got more power than a 350 with a lumpy cam. If we can figure out what powers them and replicate it, everything else will fall into place. It will be a matter of engineering and experimentation. Let's look at the features of these craft. Their outer hull is made of an incredibly tough material. According to multiple eyewitness reports from the crashed craft at Roswell, New Mexico, it was unlike anything manufactured by man. These craft move by use of an acceleration field, which is like a directed force field. It pushes against the Earth itself, so is a far more efficient way of moving than jet or rocket power. Once in deep space, the craft would have to use some other form of acceleration, such as particle beams. The force field can also counteract G-forces. By pointing part of the outer field into the craft itself, an effect called superposition negates them. So you could accelerate at incredible speed with no harm done to the occupants. In space, this would also solve the problem of weightlessness, because you can set your craft to a comfortable 1G if you wish. The force field also has a couple of other potential benefits. It might protect the occupants from space radiation. Also, when travelling at incredibly high speeds, it could deflect any potentially damaging matter from their path. So you have your craft that has an amazing power plant, extremely tough, resilient hull, acceleration field to give initial speed boost, perhaps some form of particle beam in deep space, a force field to protect you from G-forces during acceleration and maintain 1G of weight during the journey, and also potentially shield you from space radiation and deflect any matter in your path. Now, because it's possibly the home system of the grey aliens themselves, let's set a course for Zeta 1 Reticuli, which is 37 light years away. We accelerate at 100 G for 2.5 weeks to get up to 0.9999 of light speed. Then we coast at that speed for 37 years until we decelerate at 100 G for 2.5 weeks as we reach our destination. Now, here's the kicker, the best bit. Even though to the observer on Earth your journey has taken you 37 years, the action of relativity slows time itself down. So to those on board the craft, the journey only takes 7 months and 6 days. The craft effectively becomes a one-way time machine to the future as well as a spaceship. This will presumably solve the problem of air and food supplies for the journey, in addition to ensuring a happy star traveller on the other side.
So there you have it. By researching and observing UFOs, Paul Hill has given us the blueprint for travelling to the stars. Imagine if we all started working together to achieve this, instead of working against each other. I dream of the day we all realise we are all on the same team. That day will herald in a new age of enlightenment and peace.
What are these beings from somewhere new? What do we not give a damn? Where up do we think we're going to? Who is controlling it? Stranger in the misty sky, where you come from? Colored lights in the twilight zone.